Before we begin, let me ask you this. What if everything you thought was luxury is only the starting point? Because today, you're not just watching a video, you're stepping into a world where money has no ceiling and power bends reality. A world where one man doesn't just own palaces, he redefines what a palace should be, where a single piece of art costs more than the GDP of small countries, and where the ocean isn't a destination, it's his backyard. This isn't fantasy, this is the real breathtaking life of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, where every moment, every object, every movement exists beyond human scale. If this world already has you intrigued, hit that like button, drop a comment with your wildest luxury dream, and subscribe, because this journey is just getting started. Now, what happens when money itself becomes invisible? Let's find out in part 2, Wealth Beyond Measurement. Let me ask you something. What if wealth no longer had a number? What if it simply became a force, beyond calculation, beyond comprehension? For Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, wealth isn't defined by personal bank accounts. It's measured in national resources, trillions in sovereign wealth funds, and a global reach that reshapes industries and rewrites futures. Imagine a life where you don't spend money. You direct it like a current, influencing oil prices, technology shifts, and the rise of cities that didn't exist a decade ago. At this level, money isn't spent for comfort. It's wielded to build nations, craft strategy, and shift the balance of global power. There are no receipts, only ripple effects. And when ownership extends into energy, infrastructure, and innovation, luxury becomes less of a lifestyle and more of a system. This isn't just wealth, it's a structure, a network, a legacy being written in real time. If you're feeling a little breathless, good, because we're only just beginning. In the next chapter, we step into the place where this power rests. A palace so grand, it shattered records the moment it was built. So, if money no longer has a limit, then what kind of home does a limitless life demand? Not just a house, not even a royal residence, but a private kingdom carved into the soil of history itself. Just outside the gates of Versailles, in the heart of France's most iconic royal region, stands Chateau Louis XIV, a modern-day palace that cost over 400 million euros to create. Built in the style of 17th-century French royalty, this isn't a replica. It's a reinvention. Gilded halls, rare Italian marble, museum-grade artwork, all fused with the quiet power of cutting-edge modernity. Inside, 3 indoor and outdoor pools, a private cinema, and an underground command center that controls temperature, privacy, and security with military precision. But this place was never meant to be simply lived in. It was designed as a symbol, a statement whispered in architecture that power has arrived, and it knows its place. Every chandelier, every echo in the grand halls, every meter of the manicured garden says the same thing. This is where legacy sleeps, but control never does. And yet, as powerful as this palace may be, it cannot move. So what happens when a man like Mohammed bin Salman wants his entire empire to sail? In the next chapter, we step aboard a floating fortress of power worth nearly €500 million. A super yacht that doesn't just sail, it vanishes across borders. Just imagine this. When a man already owns the most expensive palace in the world, where can he go to escape while still bringing the palace with him? Here's your answer. A floating empire, worth a staggering 480 million euros. Welcome aboard the super yacht of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Not merely a vessel, but a sovereign kingdom at sea, where every inch radiates power, precision, and privacy. From the outside, it cuts through water like a blade. But inside, a different universe. A helipad allows VIPs to arrive silently from the sky. A cinema curves beneath the deck, playing to an audience of one. Spa sanctuaries, luxury salons, meeting chambers, all woven together with seamless technology and royal detail. But this yacht isn't just indulgence. It's strategy, it's mobility, it's power unchained from geography. Every detail is engineered not for spectacle, but for absolute control, over movement, over attention, over time. Because when borders exist, this yacht ignores them. When public eyes seek him, this yacht erases the trail. It's a ghost on the water, a kingdom without coordinates. And yet, even in this floating fortress, one detail reveals more about the crown prince than gold ever could. Because coming up next, we step into a world where a single painting speaks louder than armies. Part 5. When art becomes power. If this level of freedom and luxury stirs something in you, give this video a like, drop your boldest luxury dream in the comments, and subscribe. Because the deeper we go, the more impossible it gets. Have you ever wondered, what kind of art speaks the language of true power? Because in this world, a single painting can be more than beauty. It can be legacy, authority, and quiet dominance, all in one frame. In 2017, the art world stopped breathing. Salvator Mundi, believed to be painted by Leonardo da Vinci, was sold for an unimaginable $400 million. And the man behind that purchase? Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. But this wasn't about status, it wasn't about display. It was a move of quiet symbolism, where art became a tool of ownership over history itself. The painting didn't go to a museum, it vanished into private hands, into his world. And with it came a message: even humanity's greatest treasures can be mine. This is power that doesn't shout, it whispers through oil paint and centuries of meaning. And just when you think it ends there, it doesn't. Because in the next chapter we descend into something even more intimate. A world where luxury follows not just your name, but your every breath. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever imagined a life where even the smallest detail, the light switch, the air temperature, the silence of a door closing, feels effortless, flawless, invisible? Because in the world of ultimate wealth, luxury isn't about what you show, it's about what you never have to think about. Inside the private domains of Mohammed bin Salman, opulence doesn't scream. It hums, not just in grand halls or super yachts, but in the bathroom faucet that senses your presence, in the lighting that follows your mood, in the temperature that adjusts before you even feel discomfort. There are no interruptions. Everything flows. Seamlessly, silently, subtly. Because when money loses all limits, it stops being about attention. It becomes about removing inconvenience from life entirely. But wait, what happens when this perfection becomes a shared reality among an entire elite circle? Next, we reveal a hidden world. Not of individuals, but of an ecosystem where wealth is the air itself. If this level of detail stirs your curiosity, leave a comment, tap that like, and stay tuned. The next chapter only gets deeper. Pause for a moment and consider this. What if ultra wealth wasn't rare, but the norm? In the world surrounding Mohammed bin Salman, he is not alone. He exists within a sealed ecosystem of royals, heirs, and global power players. Here, private palaces stretch across continents, fortunes are measured in trillions, and luxury is simply the baseline. Assets don't show status, they define identity. Power is not held, it's reinforced, passed along bloodlines, and multiplied through alliances. In this elite circle, there are no borders, only networks. No need to explain wealth, only to maintain its rhythm. But here's the real question. When an entire class lives above the clouds, what kind of world do they shape? Far removed from the one you and I know. Up next, we go beyond symbols, beyond structures, to witness how this power expresses itself in pure architectural awe. Coming up, the world's most expensive private palace. If this glimpse stirred your imagination, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The next level, it's beyond imagination. So now we ask, what does all this truly mean? This isn't just about wealth, it's about vision, the kind that stretches across generations, shapes entire nations, and turns luxury into a side effect, not a goal. Because at this level, comfort is guaranteed, control is constant, and excess becomes invisible. But beneath the gold and silence lies a powerful reminder. Success isn't about owning more, it's about building something so large, so lasting, that it outlives you. For those of us watching from afar, this world may feel distant. But the lesson is close. True power isn't in what you flaunt, it's in what you quietly master. If this journey has sparked awe or reflection in you, let us know in the comments. Tap like, subscribe, and stay with us, because there's always another level waiting to be revealed. Thank you for watching, and welcome to the Mindset Beyond Luxury.